Hello, church, and welcome to video 1 of our Rostered Minister Transition Guide. I'm Pastor Janelle Netland, and I serve on Synod staff here at the Northwest Minnesota Synod. So it's an exciting time for your church, and what this first video is just going to talk about is a little bit of the differentiation of goals and roles of your church council or congregational council and the call committee in your faith community. So first, let me talk a little bit. This is step 4 of the formation of the call committee. But let me start first with the council, your vision team, or your leadership team. Their responsibilities. First of all, it's really important that the council know the Constitution and bylaws of your faith community. And it's really important that you follow those. For instance, even forming a call committee, you need to know if your Constitution outlines that your leadership team can appoint those members, or if your congregation needs to have a congregational meeting, which takes a little while, and elect those members. So knowing your Constitution and bylaws is really important to this process. Second of all, the council, the leadership team needs to decide, are you open to all rostered leader candidates in the ELCA? That includes people of color, people from different nationalities, different ecumenical groups, as well as our LGBTQI+ partners. We in the Northwest Minnesota Synod has an accompaniment team, and that team comes beside both the council and the call committee and any congregation members that would like to be present, and has some talking points and dialogue about this if this could help you in the process. I really recommend it. The council also needs to come up with the job description. Is this full-time? Is this part-time? And is this word in sacrament, word in service? And what particular things is this rostered minister going to be called to do? This council also needs to be in charge of the compensation package for this newly rostered leader and making sure that they provide enough guidance for the call committee to talk about that in the paperwork and in the interview. The council also needs to set aside some money for this transition process. So the call committee knows, can they take the candidates out for lunch or for overnight stays? How much allowance do they have to do the work that this call committee is tasked to do? Finally, the council is responsible for calling and executing and taking minutes at the congregational meeting when you vote to call a new roster minister to your faith community. All right, call committee members, this is for you. It's a super honor to be able to be a part of the faith community's process in calling a new rostered leader. The call committee is an extremely important part, and they, with God's help, are the ones who, through prayer and through interviews and visits, will recommend a candidate to the congregational council and ultimately to the faith community in their next rostered leader. So the number of persons on the call committee, if it's not outlined in your Constitution and bylaws, we recommend having about 6 members. You'll want a cross-section of the congregation as much as possible, and the people there need to be active, participating members in your faith community. A call committee chairperson and secretary should be designated right away by the committee so they can get work on leadership on this. If the Synod staff could know who is on the call committee, not only can we pray for you in our daily lives and ministries, but we can also be in touch with the call chair during this entire process. The bulk of the work is the ministry site profile, which we'll talk about in a later video. And I think the call committee also can get a strategic plan set to talk to the congregation. They get to find and interview and recommend candidates, as I've said, and welcome that pastor and their family or rostered leader when they arrive to the faith community site. This is a holy calling to be part of a call process filled with discernment, challenges, and joy. So keep praying over this process, and with God's help, this call committee will fulfill this purpose and call a gifted rostered leader into your faith community.